tends to stay in this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's starting to branch out. I believe last year was the first year we did some shows in Kentucky.
Okay.
Commission here has been spectacular to work with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big fan of the commission here. A lot of people that know a lot about fighting on the commission. And not just a lot about boxing, but a lot about fighting on the commission here. And he's able to get some. Keith also moved from West Virginia up here to Lexington. I mean, I don't know if you've gotten to train with him.
Yeah, he trained with us for a little bit. I know he was doing a lot of striking classes and things like that. Definitely did some of the grappling classes. But yeah, I trained with him for a little bit. Initially when he moved, he was there for a few months. So
yeah,
he's been busy with promoting. So
yeah, he's busy, and he's got a family. And
absolutely.
All the other stuff to do. But I think that's part of the reason why we're seeing more coming into Kentucky.
Sure.
The promoter lives here. But also in conjunction with the commission being great to work with, this is a spectacular venue.
Yeah, Rupp Arena.
For a better place to do amateur fights. Like, I fought in a lot of high school gymnasiums.
Oh yeah, yeah. No air conditioning.
Yeah.
Waiting all day to do a grappling match or something.
They might be able
to
fit 200 people in there if they tried. Like, this is a spectacular venue. Oh, John Norman's even got the full-on sign walking out.
John fancies himself a performance. He's a showman for sure. Had a very quick stoppage in his last fight. Maybe a bit early, but I think as in these amateur ranks, they're trying to protect the fighters. So
yeah, I was on the mic for that one, and I did think it was a bit of an early stoppage. But I'll be honest, I don't think it was going anywhere better for the opponent.
No,
so.
I don't think it was. I don't think you're going to see until they you get a couple more fights under these guys' belt, or they move up to the professional ranks. I don't think you're going to see them let a fight like that go with a big right hand that he caught his opponent with.
Yeah, especially he was
mounted.
It was one of the classic ones where his eyes rolled back in his head as he hit the mat. But as he hit the mat, he got double underhooks and was kind of
woke himself up maybe.
And it was one of those he was even hanging on to him as
I saw. I watched the replay and John's peeling him off.
Yeah. So that's one that, like you said, the referees are going to err on the side of better caution in the amateur ranks. And whether the amateur fighters realize at the time that that's the right decision, it is.
Yeah. See if John can pick one back up here for reaction. Had a tough night with Ryan Bryant losing his fight by arm triangle. Again, John very animated, likes to put on a show.
Both of these gentlemen clearly in good shape too.
Yeah, John's coached boxing classes. He's done everything. I mean, he's coached Orange Theory classes. The guy's always active. Big smiles on both of these fighters' faces. Both of them looking at this belt as it's being walked around the ring.
I believe John Norman owns the loudest applause from the crowd tonight.
He'll attract a fan base, that's for sure. You'll see John start out trying to circle his opponent, Griffin Key.
Griffin switches stances and throws a head kick with the lead leg from orthodox for a second. This is something that's new for me as a commentator watching Griffin fight.
A little checked kick there.
And already we're starting to see these dynamics play out where Griffin's kind of getting in with some feints, getting out.
Low hands from Griffin. Interesting.
Yeah, he kind of relies on that quickness and the distance as his defense.
I'd like to see John maybe settle and compose himself a little bit. Probably the early nerves at the start of a fight. If he can settle in here and start throwing some exchanges, some combinations, might be able to capitalize on those low hands from Griffin. Nice inside low leg kick from John with the right leg.
Yeah,
gets Griffin to switch the stance up.
Push kick from Griffin. bit of back kick action there. John's kind of content to play on his bicycle here, kind of skirting the cage walls, almost like Jose Aldo style.
Yeah, yeah, he's a mover. You know, he's not just going to hang out in one spot. You know, I think that's what helps him land those big shots. I'd like to see him not necessarily have to rely on those big shots, but start to use those leg kicks that are landing for John, and maybe follow with a right hand or combination. It's a great checked kick there.
Yeah, I believe
John.
that was like right on the elbow.
Might make him think twice before throwing that one.
Griffin stuck him. That one landed.
Good spinning back kick.
Yeah, and that one landed.
Big looping left
And that elicits a reaction from John Norman, and now gets in, sees if he can.
Looking for that scoop grip underneath the leg of Griffin Key.
Now Griffin's working that far side underhook. I think at this point he might be better served to get a crossface. Oh. Now, if I'm Griffin Key, I'm abandoning this guillotine here.
Well, he's got it in solid.
He is in high wrist position.
High wrist. He's got an
high wrist, low elbow, but he might still have a look at finishing this.
And John's hips are on the
we got 30 seconds
wrong
to
side. If he can grit this out.
Oh, and he gets the tap. Wow. Well, my saying, if I'm him, I'm letting go of that guillotine, is apparently the wrong idea.
Well, I think when John looked to return to the mat, he didn't bring his legs across the body, and he just fell down, which put his head and hips on the same side of the choke. And at that point, unless you can break that grip, you're getting strangled.
And just before the finish, we saw Griffin make the switch from high wrist, low elbow to that kind of
to the push grip.
Yeah, to the push grip where he was driving in. I think he had good closure on both arteries. I think that was, a lot of times you see guillotine taps are kind of panic or a little bit of trach smash. That, I believe, was a pure sleepy guillotine. I think John Norman tapped at the right time.
Griffin's body being almost completely out to the side of John.
Griffin Key also proving me wrong on my assertion that I suspected if they went to the ground it would favor John. But.
Yeah, he's no slouch on the ground.